Habits. You show me your interest is piqued when I mention them, so today I'm going to give you the 7 habits that differentiate the men from the boys. Well, this is based on a survey of 400 successful men in 2020, though most do apply just as equally to women. They're about the mindset you adopt and how you approach life. So, are you serious to take your life to the next level? Watch on, dear friend. Watch on. I'm Edward Terry and I'm your personal success coach, and I'm on a mission to provide you with the tools and techniques to help you step into the life of your dreams. If you're new here, welcome, beautiful person, and if you've been here before, remember to subscribe to tap into your full potential. Now, the 7 habits I'm going to talk to you about today were found to be the top 7 in a survey in 2020 of 400 successful men by Andrew Ferraby, founder of Knowledge for Men. That's why they're male-focused, but I see most of these habits cropping up in other literature about successful people in general, so I'll try to generalise. If you resonate with any of these or want me to dive deeper into any of them specifically, drop a note in the comments. Thanks. And as we go through the 7 habits, I'll ask you to score yourself as an A or B, and at the end, tally up the scores so you know which way you're leaning. These habits or traits, when applied correctly, can lead to a massive productivity improvement, greater impact in the world, and lasting fulfillment. So, you want some? Grab your notebook, let's dive in. The first clear habit that separates successful people from the average person, or in Andrew's terminology, the men from the boys, is that the average person acts on their feelings, while the successful person acts on their vision. What does this mean in practice? If you find yourself pulled into action and situations by your feelings, and to be honest, whether this is driven by hedonism, laziness, or guilt is really irrelevant. But if you allow your feelings to control the direction of your life, then your lifeboat is adrift on a choppy sea, buffeted from all sides by the whims of your emotions. Maybe it will make it to the beautiful shores of your dreams, but it probably won't. Successful people choose their actions based on their vision. They have a North Star, which guides them like a compass, helps them captain their boat across the choppy waters to seek out new and more beautiful shores with certainty, even if this means doing things they don't want to do, but know they must to navigate the stormy seas of life. So, first question for you. Do you A, take charge of your ship and navigate it to better shores? Or B, drift about and run the risk of running ashore on rocky ground? Average people waste their mental energy. Successful people don't. The average person is happy to allow their mind to be flooded by the external world, like spending hours surfing the web randomly, trolling, binge-watching Netflix, watching porn, shopping endlessly, engaging in mindless gossip, and so on. Their boats are full of holes, letting in water and dragging slowly through the ocean of life. Yet they see it as normal. Successful people, on the other hand, are selective with their energy. They choose projects that will bring a better life. They plug up the holes so leaks don't drag them down. Has your ship got holes? And what are you doing to plug them and take back control of your mental energy? Or do you already have a good grasp of what you let in? Let me know in the comments. So, your second question. Do you A, clear your mind to focus on what you need to, or B, let it flood with external sensory pleasure or bob on a sea of hedonistic gratification? Average people deplete their physical energy. They abuse their bodies and don't value sleep, exercise, and they basically follow a high-stress lifestyle. Successful people constantly push their bodies, however, to become stronger, more agile, and more proficient. Now, Andrew calls this weaponization. Is my body a weapon? Well, I don't think of it like this, but I do remember reading early in my career that one of the top habits of successful people like Richard Branson was that they exercise every day. They know the body is the only one they have, so they make sure it's working at maximum efficiency. They work on routines and maintain balance to ensure all their physical parameters are at optimum levels. Do they work late? Of course, but not at the expense of their overall health. Do they avoid stress? Not at all, but they mitigate it better than others by keeping their health strong and I guess you could say weaponizing their body against stress. Now, I talked about this more in my video on handling stress, which I'll link above. A good body has a clean hull and trimmed sails, to continue with the nautical metaphor, but a bad one is barnacled and in need of repair. It may still float, but it's only a matter of time before it sinks down to Davy Jones' locker. That's why I'm trying intermittent fasting at the moment, and I've also signed up for a 30-day program at a local gym to boost my fitness. And I'll report back on that in the future too. Now, which would you prefer? A body which supports you in all your endeavours, or one that you'll need to keep getting fixed up and it may end up costing you your life? Well, I know where my money is. So, third question for you, my friend. Be honest now. Do you A, look after your body, or B, eat whatever, drink whatever, and generally be sedentary? Average people don't train their minds, they let them run on autopilot. But successful people do train their minds. They proactively seek out new information that may challenge their most cherished beliefs. They learn constantly and are not afraid to step out of their mental comfort zone to try something new, or even admit that they don't know something. The average person, however, often frames everything with preconceived notions about how things work, and often based on what other people think and the groups of people they associate with. While fitting in is something we do as a social survival skill, our modern world does not have the same threats as a primitive one. Successful people realize this boundary is an illusory one and navigate beyond it into the wilderness, as Brené Brown calls it. Do you challenge your beliefs? Do you learn constantly? Do you read? What was the last good non-fiction book you read? Comment below and let me know. Mine was The Lakota Way by Joseph M. Marshall. It expresses the heart of Native American philosophy and the 12 core qualities that are crucial to the Lakota way of living, and arguably of good character in general. I definitely recommend it. The fourth question for you. Are you A, a lifelong learner and reader, or B, a casual observer of life as it comes at you? Average people let their lives be steered by the expectations of those around them, while successful people have a clear vision for their lives and make decisions based on their own goals and not others' expectations of them. They are self-reliant. Now, I wasn't always a good captain of my own ship. In my earlier years, I was corralled by others' expectations. I talked about this on my blog, and I developed some exercise to help you better understand your own situation. If you'd like me to talk about that in a future video, let me know below. Question 5 for you, and I hope you're keeping score. So which are you? Are you A, somebody who listens to others' input, measures and values it, and then acts in accordance with your own compass and North Star, even if it means going against their wishes and taking a new direction? Or B, somebody who lives out the wishes of others? Are you enjoying this video so far? Hit the like button. It's free and it will help recommend it to others like you who could benefit from it. Pay it forward with a like. Now, this one's about sex. Andrew found that boys see women as objects of sexual validation and satisfaction, like a conquest, while men seek out women because they want somebody who can come alongside them and share the journey of life. I can't speak if women do the same as he found men to do, just let me know in the comments, but I can say that the seeking of external validation of ourselves, in general terms, is not something that successful people do from what I've found. Are you somebody who is always comparing what you have with others? Do you scroll social media pining for the latest looks, the latest shiny object, a new car, a new watch, or some new shoes? Or are you self-assured, balanced, and grounded? And that's the sixth question. Do you A, look for a co-pilot of your ship? Or do you B, look for symbols outside of yourself to represent your success? Average people blame others, and successful people take full responsibility. This one's an easy one to understand, but often a difficult one to achieve. Do you find yourself first looking for reasons outside of you that cause the problem? Do you look for a scapegoat? Do you look to move the spotlight away from you and onto something else? The weather, the traffic, somebody else. Not everything is in our control, but how we handle it shows our maturity, and from this, our success stems. If you're stuck in traffic, do you phone ahead to let the people you are meeting know? Or do you wait until you arrive and blame the traffic? The final question for you, number 7. Are you A, the captain of your ship, the buck always stops with you? Or are you B, just the person who feels the buck always stops on them? So, how did you fare with your success quotient? If you answered mostly A, you'll be pleased to know you're on course for better shores and embody the habits of successful people. If you answered mostly B, then you need to stop and think about where you're going and what lies ahead. Get a map and a compass and start plotting a better way. You might need help with the Bs, so remember to comment below and I can make content focused on helping you live the life of your dreams. Now, since you enjoyed this video on helping frame success, I suggest watching this one next, or check out my For You Goals playlist for more content like this. And until next time, my friend, remember to live your light. The hell is up today?
What is you doing here, you hobbitses?
The force strong in you it is.